Well, as you can see, this kind of means a little bit to the community. So we're very happy to announce today that we have a financing plan, we have an agreement, and we're getting ready to build a new sporting facility here in San Diego. It's a skate park here in Linda Vista. So congratulations, everybody. This thing has been a very, very long journey. When we started this, the kids in the neighborhood came together, gathered over 1,800 signatures and brought them to our office and said, you know, we're really trying to get a skate park built here for the kids. Had a problem with safety and the kids skating in the street, so we started looking into it. Having a hard time finding money laying around City Hall to build a skate park, so we started thinking creatively, and I really have to thank Brian Schoenfish from the city of San Diego. He and Jack Straw from my office started looking at ways to find the financing for this. And it turned out that we found a grant that was for building parks around affordable housing. So we looked at that grant and said, well, wonder if it applies to skate parks. So we talked to the people and they said, well, they looked at everything out and it doesn't say that it doesn't include skate parks. So what we did is we put in for the grant, we applied for the full $3 million, figuring we'd get a little bit of it and get started on the process of building a skate park. Turned out that we ended up getting the entire $3 million, and we're going to be able to build a skate park you see here before you. Yeah. And I really need to thank the city staff for working so hard on this. Because of their diligent efforts, we actually qualified for an extra $1.5 million bonus on top of what we applied for. And that went into District 9 so they can build a skate park over there. So that just shows that communities coming together, cities working together, leaders working together, all towards a common goal. You can actually accomplish a lot of things when you put your mind to it and don't take no as the first answer you hear. Then as we got going on this thing and it started coming out, the kids at High Tech High wanted to figure out ways to give back. So they started up a project where they were going to build skateboards for the kids around Linda Vista that they could donate to the kids to actually utilize in the park when it's built. And I really want to put the focus on them for what you guys have done. I mean, I think it really shows what getting involved in community and helping others and giving back a little bit does. I mean, not to be a little long-winded, but back before this, I used to do fundraising efforts and that types of things on behalf of Make-A-Wish, Wounded Warrior, those kind of things. And I was lucky enough to go on one of the Make-A-Wish granting trips for the kids at Make-A-Wish. And once I saw the look on their faces, the way I saw their eyes light up when they were getting their wishes granted, it really made me realize how important being involved is. And actually that kind of started leading towards being involved and being council member for the district. So wanted to thank Brian Schoenfish again and city staff for everything they did. Linda Vista Rec Council, the people there, have been supportive of this from the very get-go. Wanted to thank them. Herman Parker from Park and Rec, I know he's been here for a short time, but has been very supportive, and I know I could always count on him when the time came. Reverend Ricky Laster, who will be talking here pretty soon with our gang prevention units in San Diego, to show what this means to community and how it can help keep kids doing something productive instead of possibly getting into trouble. Chris Lyman and Honora Byrne with the Linda Vista Youth, they did an amazing job. They started this whole project gathering signatures, bringing everything to us. And then Daryl McClendon, the physics and engineering teacher for High Tech High kids. Excellent job, sir. Excellent job. But what I'm most thankful for today is this 9th grade class and the way you're stepping up and helping out. This is a great project, and what you're doing is kind of like the cherry on top of the icing. So thank you all very, very much for being here. And then next, I think, is Reverend. Send it back. Perfect. Again, thank you all very, very much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So earlier I introduced myself as the president and CEO of our nonprofit, the Jeff and Denny Jacobs Child Development Center, but now I'll introduce myself as Robin Layton, mother of one of these 9th graders. So I won't point him out, but his friends will get him later. Anyway, I'd now like to introduce Daryl McClellan, our 9th grade physics and engineering teacher, and Julie Ruff, our humanities teacher. And our student representative, who is going to talk about the project as well, is Tristan Saucedo. If you want to come on up, thank you.
Good morning. The world is beautiful. That's what I learned today. I'm going to make this short and sweet, and I'm going to talk a little bit about High Tech High and what we do and what we're doing here, and then I said a little earlier to Robin that if Julie and I, and it's my teaching partner, Julie Ruff, if we're doing our job and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, we don't even have to come up here. One of our students can do all the talking for us. Tristan's going to do that. At High Tech High, we do project-based learning. So every year, Julie and I sit down and we try to figure out what new project can we do. So this year we talked about altruism and how could we get the kids to start learning about giving back. They learn physics and engineering through how the kids do tricks and things like that, and the velocity and stuff. But they also have essays to do, photojournalistic essays, and a bunch of different things that kind of pulled everything together. And that's basically what the spirit is behind High Tech High, is how do we get kids to basically be more than just students of books, learn things that they're going to be able to take with them into the future and then later on into their lives. So our hope, our wish, our dream is that we impacted these kids in such a way that they're going to start thinking more about giving back. Julie is very shy. She doesn't want to come up here and speak, but earlier the council member mentioned my name, but Julie, as all the kids will know, is the driving force behind the McRuff team and all we do. So I got to thank her, and I'm going to turn it over to Tristan, who's going to tell us all the wonderful things that he knows about.
So when we first found out about this project, it was kind of confusing because we designed it ourselves. So what we did is we went out and we thought, okay, so what can we do individually or as partners to make generosity in San Diego better, or just make generosity better, or give back to the community, anything like that. So what I did is me and my partner, we started learning about generosity. We read some stuff and we just learned about it in general, and we figured, well, people stop doing generous things because they don't think it's fun. And so our whole, I guess, idea was that we wanted people to think of generosity as something fun and something enjoyable. So we took kids out and we took just other people out in general and did cleanups at parks just like this. And we would clean up, and then after we'd have a hangout or a bike ride or something like that so that they'd remember it as something super fun. And everybody we talked to, we interviewed everybody afterwards, they all said they'd want to do it again. So in the beginning, it was kind of slow. We didn't have that many people coming out. And then it kind of just got a lot better. And so many people started coming out, and it was just super fun. And then as a class, I guess, we started doing things generous together. One of those things was building skateboards. So we went out and we got donations and stuff and got the skateboards. And then we assembled them as a class, and now we're donating them here. And it just feels really good because this is all we've been doing for the past 4 months. It's what we've been living and breathing. So.
Thank you, Tristan. Who I've known since kindergarten. Thank you, Tristan. I'll make sure and tell his mother. And now I'd like to introduce Reverend Ricky Laster, the Executive Director for the Commission on Gang Prevention and Intervention.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I the only one excited this morning about this skate park? Yeah. Good morning.
Time to go skating?
Yes, time to go skating. As the Executive Director for the City of San Diego for the Commission on Gang Prevention and Intervention, it is my pleasure to be here on today for this exciting day. For we too share in your vision of having a safe place for young people to come and have fun, enjoy themselves. In the Commission for Gang Prevention and Intervention, we focus on 3 areas. We focus on prevention, intervention, and suppression. This skate park is a classic example of prevention. We believe that having this skate park here will give the kids an alternative to gang activity and gang lifestyle. A place where they can come and have fun and share memories, and who knows, even maybe a Tony Hawk might come out of this skate park themselves. And so we are so happy to be a part of this initiative. I want to thank these young people that went out of their way to share their time and their talents to give these skateboards to these young people. That is an awesome, awesome thing that you did. They need a big round of applause. I'd like to also thank Mr. Herman Parker, who will be taking care of the maintenance of this facility for us and making sure that it's a viable and safe place for your children to be. And most of all, I want to thank our councilman, Scott Sherman, for his vision, and not only the vision, but the reality to make it come to pass. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is the signal. Skateboard. Go give the skateboard.